For nearly 2 decades, a single, simple slider has caused more daily frustration for iPhone users than almost anything else. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that nightly ritual. You turn your ringer volume down so a late-night call doesn't wake you, and then that wave of anxiety hits. Is your morning alarm now too quiet? So you double-check it, crank the volume back up, and just hope you remember to turn it down again in the morning. It's a ridiculous compromise we've been forced to make since the very first iPhone. But what if, in a future update like iOS 27, Apple finally fixed this? In June of 2026, reports emerged from Apple's developer conference that iOS 27 includes a feature to separate these volume controls. While this is based on a developer beta and not yet available to the public, we're going to walk you through how this long-awaited feature is expected to work. No more workarounds, no more anxiety. For the first time ever, you might be able to set your alarm volume completely independently from your ringtone volume. Let's explore how this potential game changer is shaping up. Before we get to the solution, let's take a quick trip down memory lane to truly appreciate how big a deal this is. From the earliest days of iOS, the audio controls on your iPhone have operated on a fundamentally flawed principle for many users, the unified ringtone and alerts slider. This single control was the master of your audible world, dictating the volume for calls, texts, and most critically, the alarms in the clock app. This created an endless cycle of inconvenience. If you were in a quiet office and silenced your ringer, you were also silencing your next alarm. This has forced millions into a habit of constantly checking and rechecking volume levels. The Change with Buttons feature was a small help, letting you use the physical volume keys to adjust this slider, but it never solved the core issue. The buttons still adjusted the same unified volume. For years, Android users have enjoyed separate volume controls for ringer, media, and alarms, a level of control that made the iPhone feel archaic in comparison. It became a running joke in the tech community, and at every Apple conference, it was one of the most requested features that never seemed to arrive. So, what did Apple change in the iOS 27 beta to finally solve this? Instead of just adding another slider, they've re-architected how audio is categorized. The change, as reported, is both incredibly simple and profoundly effective. It comes down to a new setting called Match Ringtone Volume. This feature was noted in the iOS 27 developer beta released in June 2026, with the public release of the OS expected in the fall. When you first update, everything in the sound settings will look the same by design. Apple reportedly left a Match Ringtone Volume toggle turned on by default to avoid confusing longtime users. With the toggle on, the classic unified slider works just as it always has. But the magic happens when you turn it off. Disabling it reportedly unlocks a new dedicated volume slider for that category of sound. Apple has apparently broken down the old ringtone and alerts category into distinct sections, including alarms and timers and alerts and system sounds. Each of these gets its own Match Ringtone Volume toggle, allowing you to separate all three for complete control. All right, enough with the history. Let's get this done. Here are the exact steps to separate your alarm volume from your ringtone, assuming your iPhone is updated to the version of iOS 27 that includes this feature. First, unlock your iPhone and open the main Settings app. Next, scroll down and tap on Sounds and Haptics. You'll land on a familiar screen with the Ringtone and Alerts slider at the top. This slider will soon function purely as your ringtone volume. Now, scroll down past the Tones section. You're looking for a new subsection titled Alarms and Timers. Inside this brand new category, you should see a single toggle switch labeled Match Ringtone Volume. It will be turned on by default. This is the key. Go ahead and tap that toggle to turn it off. The moment you do, a new volume slider should appear directly underneath it, labeled Alarms and Timers. That's it, the freedom we've been waiting for. You can now grab that new slider and move it completely independently. I can crank the alarm volume all the way up, and the main ringtone slider at the top of the screen won't move at all. You've done it. Your alarm volume is now decoupled from your ringtone. You can set your ringer to silent and have full confidence that your morning alarm will blast at your chosen volume. Apple didn't just stop with alarms. They reportedly applied the same logic to other sounds that used to be frustratingly tied to your ringer, like keyboard clicks, the lock sound, and the camera shutter. The process is identical. Right below the Alarms and Timers section in Sounds and Haptics, you'll find another new section called Alerts and System Sounds. Just like before, it contains a Match Ringtone Volume toggle that is on by default. Go ahead and turn that toggle off. Instantly, a third volume slider appears. Now you have 3 independent volume controls on one screen: Ringtone Volume at the top, Alarms and Timers Volume in the middle, and Alerts and System Sounds Volume at the bottom. This gives you incredible control. You can have a loud ringer, a medium alarm, and quiet system sounds so your keyboard isn't clacking away in a quiet room. It's the comprehensive solution users have been asking for. Now that you have this powerful new feature, there are a couple of critical exceptions and tips to be aware of. First and most importantly, the sleep wake-up alarm. This is the special alarm tied to your sleep schedule in the Health app. The new Alarms and Timers slider does not affect its volume. This is likely intentional, as Apple treats the wake-up alarm as a critical health feature, and its volume has always been controlled separately. To adjust it, you still need to open the Clock app, tap the Alarms tab, and under Sleep Wake Up, tap Edit or Change to find its specific volume slider. Second, as of the initial beta, it appears you cannot set different volume levels for individual standard alarms. The Alarms and Timers slider is a global setting for all alarms you create in the Clock app. Perhaps that's a feature for a future update, but for now, it's one volume for all of them. And finally, if you find this new system too complicated, reverting is incredibly easy. Just go back into Settings, Sounds and Haptics, and turn the Match Ringtone Volume toggles back to the on position. The extra sliders will disappear, and you'll be right back to the single unified volume slider. And that's it. It's a simple change on the surface, but it's a huge quality of life improvement that iPhone users have been demanding for nearly 2 decades. You can finally sleep soundly, knowing your quiet ringer won't sabotage your morning alarm. If this guide was helpful for understanding this upcoming feature, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We'll be covering all of the new tips, tricks, and hidden features in iOS 27 as they're discovered. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your new stress-free volume controls.